in the walking lunge progression level 4 exercise, we're now going to be doing exactly what you did in walking lunge progression level 3, which is consecutive lunges and not pausing in stance phase, except we're going to add one big additional element of difficulty. Let's pause right there. And that additional level of difficulty is this. The first thing that's going to happen on concentric action is this toe is going to be pulled off the ground, and then basically a concentric action of a one-leg squat executed with the support side leg. Let's show what that looks like, Matt. Awesome, and let's do one more of those. Good. And then let's back up just a little bit. Awesome. Okay, so walking lunge, consecutive reps, no pause in stance phase, keeping perfect alignment and lifting that toe off. Let's back up just a little bit. So here's what you're thinking about. Actually, let's come forward for the camera just a little bit. Awesome. Okay, so go into the lunge position. So what are we doing? We're looking at first. We're gonna have the foot perfectly forward, facing directly forward, straight, not turned out, for example, right? Because that's gonna create shear stress at the knee and the hip and all kinds of problems and shear stress. So when foot straight, second and third toe in line with the patella in line with the acetabulum or hip joint. Then we want to make sure that the pelvis is level. So from this view, from a frontal plane view, we're going to see the pelvis is perfectly level and we're not going into a Trendelenburg position. Good, awesome. So keeping all that shear stress out of there. We want the spine upright in the center of the ear over the middle of the shoulder. Also, a couple more factors here. We want to make sure that the pelvis, if we have arrows shooting off directly from the front of the pelvis, we don't want to be turned like this, which is really common for people to do lunges like this. We want those arrows to be pointing directly straight. And of course, the front leg's doing all the work. You're trying to minimize the work with the back leg. So coming all the way down into eccentric action. As we come out of concentric action, lift the toe first, come all the way up. And you're maintaining all that alignment we just talked about the whole way through. Awesome. And lastly, if we look at the spinal alignment here, we want to make sure, again, that it stays upright. We don't want to be doing our lunges like this, want to work like this. And the thoughts that you're having as you come up into this one leg, let's go ahead and execute that, is pulling the knee back and driving the hips forward. So the knee's feeling like it's pulling back and the hips are feeling like they're coming up. So you're getting this kind of action here, really driving with the hips to come into that concentric action of the lunge.